okay. Off your mind, it's okay. She off your mind, like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear.
Now go here win. Alexa, turn it up to 7. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you. I'm going to go look for my glasses. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Alexa, turn it down to 2. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And if you have read the caption of the broadcast, you can make your own contribution accordingly. Today, I want to speak directly to the Yoruba brothers and sisters who are going to be watching me this morning. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Tell them. Right? You like that? Alexa, turn it on. Now, please share the video. I'm going to go share it on my system as well. You share it. I will start in earnest. Alexa, turn it up to 7.
Malamala, mo bojú ayé o ayé ṣá malamala. Mo máa bojú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀. Mo máa bojú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀. Mo ní ẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ yìí o. Kíni dé sí Yorùbá o ọmọ aráyé? Kíni ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Yorùbá o ọmọ Oòduà o? Yeyeyeyeyeyeye, àwa máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ńlá ń bẹ. Yorùbá ń ṣera wọn nítorí owó. Yorùbá ń jìra wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ nítorí ipò. Wọ́n gbẹ̀mí fáláre, wọ́n gbáre pẹ́lẹ́bí. Wọ́n kò lè kó wájà, wọ́n tún polóko wá mú. Ọgbọ́n tí wọ́n gbọ́n ló gbé wọn délé ọlá. Ọgbọ́n náà ló tún padà wá sí lé wọn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti ń ṣọ̀gá lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ tún padà wá dẹni à ń fọwọ́ ti sẹ́yìn o. Yorùbá yoyoyo bí iná alẹ́. Yorùbá rúrúrú bí omi òkun. Yorùbá bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe. Yorùbá ronú o. Yorùbá sọra wọn di bọ́ọ̀lù fáráyé gbá. Wọ́n bá wọn sókè wọ́n tún bá wọn sísàlẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yà tí ó ti kéré tẹ́lẹ̀ ni wọ́n gé kúrú. Àwọn tí àrèfẹ́dọ̀tún ti dẹni àtijọ́ Yorùbá jókòó sílẹ̀ rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ wọn fọwọ́ lọ́wọ́. Bí àgùntàn tí abọ́ rẹ̀ ń gbòrìṣà ilẹ̀ o. Yorùbá ronú o. Oríkì màí burú títí kó bógún ọdún lẹ́yìn òkùnkùn bèrèbèrè ìmọ́lẹ̀ yàtọ̀ o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pọ̀ Olódùmarè ká pọ̀ Balùwàyé káyé wa lè dùn ní ìgbẹ̀yìn lálàyò ilẹ̀ mọ́ pé ìyá o. Ilẹ̀ dákun gbà wá o ilẹ̀ o. Ilẹ̀ ọ̀gẹ́rẹ́ àfọkọ́yẹrí. Ilẹ̀ alákòókà ó tẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ kábì. Ilẹ̀ ọ̀gbaragada bí ẹni yèyé mi ọmọdé palẹ̀ àdúgbò. Ilẹ̀ dákun gbà wá o. Òjijì tí ka ìkàlẹ́ nù mọ́. Àtẹ ìka ọkọ tí a pèlẹ̀.
Thank you so much for joining me. Alexa, turn it down to 0. Okay, well, that worked. So happy Sunday to you, especially if you are watching me on a Sunday morning like this, live. Yeah, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And indeed, this is Maiyegun live. In this broadcast of this video, I am going to be mixed, you know what I mean? I'm going to be diluting my presentation with Yoruba, because there are some certain things I would love to say directly to people who should be listening to me right now, because this is a direct message that could possibly get you thinking and at the same time get you to reason. Usually those who won't, but you know what? It costs nothing to tell them the truth, even if they are running away from it. The reality they know, the truth that they want to model for falsehood, then build hope on falsehood, which we call false hope. What Nigeria has become today as a Yoruba man, right? I am a victim of what Nigeria has become. And at the same time, I can also be pointed at by association, by tribe, that I am also a culprit. Because whatever happened to Nigeria today, when you look inward, you will see your brothers, you will see your sisters, the people that speak the same language as you, the people that look like you, the people that somehow worship the same God like you. These are the characters who have been sitting at that round table where decisions that would affect me, you, your generation, the generation after you, including the generation yet unborn. So when you look at those who brought us to this level, right, you will find a Yoruba man there, you will find an Hausa man there, you will find an Igbo man there. But the point there is that we are here, and most of us are victims of what Nigeria has become. How do we get out of that as a people? It is by first understanding that the Nigeria you have now, election cannot fix it. Because whatever election is conducted in Nigeria, it is going to be as a result of the template of a rotten system that will produce nothing but a rotten, weak, ineffective criminal leadership that will give you the same thing. So election won't fix it. And you know why? There is so much imbalance. Okay? There was a time, and we keep repeating this, it's so important that you know it as a Yoruba man. When Nigeria came to be, it wasn't meant to be controlled by one single man, woman, ethnic, tribe, religion, or what have you. It is meant to operate independently as units that form a central called Nigeria. Now, in reality, that is not what you have. So me, as a Yoruba man, if you now ask me, what is your position in Nigeria? I can't really define it. Simply because my position in Nigeria, whether as a citizen or whatever or otherwise, is only defined by those who hold authority in that country. The authority, the power that they hold, that should ordinarily be the power from the people, from the region. You know what I mean? But there is no structure of sort, right? Therefore, we exist based on the definition of a collection of people, whether Yoruba, you know what I'm talking about. Now, it has come to that stage whereby when Nigeria entered underdevelopment, right? We as a Yoruba people, we entered that with them. When Nigeria entered the militocracy, the murderous regime and the rest of that, we as Yorubas, we shared in that misery. When Nigeria entered poverty last, we are also there, wallowing in it, right? So election won't fix it. Therefore, people said, why don't we do it differently? Which is something that is not new. We've always done it separately, independently, without and with respect as well as the Yoruba people. In fact, as the entire people who make Nigeria today. our identity, our citizenship were well defined. As a Yoruba man, you are identified with Western Nigeria, right? And that regard, I mean, that citizenship, that recognition, right, is even beyond that of Nigeria, which gave us the leverage back then, right? In 1954, 1955, Yorubas had to have their own embassy, right, here in the UK, in London, just before Nigeria could even dream of having any foreign mission. You know why? Because we could do that. We could pursue our dream as a people for our collective good. But today, we were dragged into a Nigeria that a constitution was dropped on us. You and I, as young people, if we have to be honest with ourselves, right? You and I, as young people, we can never find anywhere on record where the people came together to agree on this democracy, the constitution, and the rest of that. We didn't. Since we didn't, the same feudal system, the same unitary system, where one man or one tribe can decide to control everyone and our fate is in their hands, is what they call democracy again. You did not agree to a constitution. You did not vote on any, right? They sat somewhere, Yorubas, Hausas, Igbos, Fulanis, and those elites, they came together and they said, oh, democracy is going to work for you. Listen to this. So they set up the template. Democracy will work for you. But you were not there to decide how is that democracy going to be. They decided. Now, here we are. You now have rogues, ex-convicts, gun runners, kidnappers, ritualists, money forgers, certificate forgers, rapists. They are now those parading the corridors of power in that same democracy. And they have become so powerful that they are untouchable, yet they continue to take decisions or make decisions for the rest of us. And even if they were actually doing it good, we may say, oh, what's your complaint? What they did in 23 years brought us to this precipice. And look at us today. I'm a Yoruba man, and I am concerned that a land blessed with young, smart, intelligent brains, supposedly, that land is turning into the land of beggars. When I say beggars, people who have become incapacitated so mentally to the point that they actually want to stay there because it is comfortable. They don't have to think. Criminals can think for them. When they ask themselves, why are we not having electricity? They will look up to the criminals who stole the money from the electricity, and they will look at them and tell them, it is simply because the weather is not good. Oh, the reason why we haven't given you good road is because the witches and wizards in your village, they continue to make it difficult for us. And because they have psychologically buried, or they continue to psychologically bury people beneath the state of I can to the state of well, we'll leave it to God. I am concerned. Millions of people. You see, some of my Yoruba brothers who are now Yoruba brothers and sisters, right? Because I still continue to call them my brothers and sisters, okay? Many of them they've taken the sides of what do you call it? Their oppressors, like expectedly, yeah? And they love their oppressors differently. They have names for them. They have titles for them. They have this kind of larger than life images of their own oppressors. And they will fight to defend the same oppressors, right? So you are still my brothers. But the truth of the matter is that what you are defending is something that is designed to keep you poor, beggarly, underdeveloped. And even if you kind of didn't understand the end or the end game, at least you can feel it, that whatever they told your parents, I am talking about these rogues from the time immemorial, whatever they told your parents that made them calm, relax, and then look forward to a better Nigeria is the same thing they are telling you as well. Simply because if you ask, if they gave those to your own fathers, your parents before now, you won't have to be asking for same. Now, if you take side, somehow you think it is far-reaching. It is kind of like reaching, so to say, for us to say you don't take side with your oppressors. You use every power and strength in you, right, to drain them and dry them until they will become inconsequential enough to rule over you. That attempt or that determination is beyond you looking forward to what the crumbs they are going to give to you, looking up to their attention and the rest of that. So when I started, I remember then, I was like, I live in the UK, no big deal. I looked back to where I was coming from, Nigeria, Yoruba land, Ijebu. And every now and then, I feel like, what makes it so hard to have a comfortable life? You don't really have to be rich to be comfortable in life, to be human. So when I got here, I looked around, I circled around, and I'm like, life is so easy only if people in authority, the people who actually care for millions of others, if they indeed care. And this is what I mean, right? In Nigeria, as a child, you are expected to follow the footstep of your parents. That is, if your parents are to be educated ones, you are expected to get education to some level. If your parents are civil servants, then you know as it is, how you progress in life, sometimes you have to follow the footsteps of your parents. So primarily you get education, get good grades, come out in flying colors, then look for a job because there will always be a job for you because you are educated. And afterward, you start a family. Look for a beautiful woman or look for a responsible man, just settle down and raise the family. Those were like few, I mean, the easy ABC, or let me say 1, 2, 3 step of what our lives were supposed to be. But it isn't. Now, when I got here, I realized that, number one, you could actually live in a nice house with electricity, the gas. When I say nice house, moderate house and all that, you can actually get some months of training and get into a job. Even if you can't get a job, you can get into, then I started looking at the far-reaching policies that actually touches the life of their people. Then I found out that welfare system in a country like Nigeria, where politicians love to give food, they love to give soap, they love to give money, things that make them feel like they are concerned about the welfare of their people. Then I look around here and I'm like, what people actually need in life, what we need in life is not actually much. Not because we want to, no, it's not really, it's not necessary that we all have to build houses, we all have to, you know what I mean? Buy beautiful cars, or, all you need is that, when I figured it, I said, what my people need is not about who become president or who become this or that, from where or what. But policies like them having access to electricity that is no longer luxury. In 21st century, we shouldn't even be talking about electricity again. In 2022, People want to have something done, like a job. And at the same time, it's also a great thing when after you put in all that effort and you work for it and you get a reward for your work, that money you are holding holds some value. These are the things that will add kind of a meaning to somebody's life. And these are not much. Basic things: water, electricity, good roads, hospitals. So in this country, instead of politicians to become popular because he can share indomie, or he can give rams on Salah day, or he can send people to Mecca, send people to Jerusalem to go and pray to God for electricity in Nigeria, you know what they did? They look into how many people are working. These ones are working. How many people are old people? These are the numbers of old people. How many people are not working? These are the numbers. Now, from the people who are not working, listen, from the people who are not working, are they not working because they don't have job for now? Or do they have any disability that will not make them work? From those who are working, how many of them are earning the minimum wage and the living wage? And how much is their monthly income? They put all of this into an open data. With that, they can say, the pensioners, are they getting enough? If the electricity bill is going to go up, can that poor pensioner be able to pay that on his 120 pounds, 150 pounds week pension? When you consider all of this, you give life meaning, right? It's not when you feel like, oh, let's go and gather people, gather 1,000 people, poor people, and start giving them money and start giving them glasses and the rest of that. You see, whether you are rich or poor in the UK, if you fall sick, you will get medical attention. Depends on the kind of sickness you have, whether rich or poor. But what you have in Yoruba land, for example, is a crippled region that is part of a crippled country, which our disability lies in our criminality. When I use that word, I use that for those who are supposed to speak up, because they know when you don't have access to good resources and the little you have are plundered to buy yourself better medical care abroad, to buy for your children better education abroad, that's criminal, so to say, even though Nigeria is already robbing us as a people. So in Yoruba land, where I come from, if you go to any clinic, you will be so kind of lucky if you get attended to by a medical staff that has been paid, your local clinic. If you, God forbid, as people say, if your situation should get critical, that they have to transfer you to the general hospital, you know the story. The amount of money you have in your pockets is not going to even determine if you are going to be safe or not. But here is the point. Many people who will fight for politicians, who will defend their oppressors, who will jump up and down for one religion or the other, are those who can't afford to get the same medical treatments that the political class that you give different titles to, Ashiwaju, Okolomo, Oluof, and all those titles that you give to politicians to make them feel larger than life, even though what all their actions has made life a hell for you. So when I started, that was where my anger started from. Like, is it just mountain blocks to build good schools, environments, lovely area for the children? Is that what is so difficult for Africans, or what is so difficult for the criminals you have in Nigeria? or they just don't care. And I figured out that they just don't care. Then I was like, look at all the roads. I mean, in this country, it's not that they have all the best of the roads, okay? But they've got roads that are motorable, majorly. Then I asked myself, I was like, Nigeria, where you have, especially Yoruba land, where we have bitumen. Is that what called? No. It's called, you see that crude oil? That crude oil. There are so many things that come from crude oil, apart from petrol, diesel, and then whatever they take from it. There's something called bitumen too. They use that to make roads. You've got limestone. You've got things to make a cement. You could create concrete roads like America. Why do you have unfinished roads? I got region, right? Then it comes to houses. Yes, I'm talking from what I found here that got me, to the point that you as a Yoruba man, you don't actually need much. As a young man or a young woman, you don't need much to lead a very comfortable and reasonable life. But the criminals who knows that, they stole everything that could make that happen. And I'm going to come to that, how they stole that from you. And the effects, what did they steal from you? What did they steal from your papa? Somebody has asked me that before. What did Tinubu steal from you? Did Tinubu steal from your papa? Of course, he stole from my father. All of them stole from your father. They stole from your parents. They stole from you. You just had no idea, because they succeeded. If they've not succeeded in, they've succeeded in destroying everything in that country. But the greatest and the worst destruction they committed is that they destroyed education in Nigeria. Unfortunately, many of you are educated only on how to read and write. But when it comes to critical thinking, many of you are slower than snail. They stole from you. My father didn't enjoy first class hospital before he died. My mother didn't enjoy first class hospital of government before she died. Right? And I bet many of you watching me right now, your parents are not having the first class treatment, as whether they are alive or they are dead. But you know that was possible. That first class medical treatment is 100% possible. Your children could get educated from the kindergarten level to university level, to get scholarship, to go to the whatever level they want to go to comfortably, if they didn't steal all of that from you. So they stole from me. But critical thinking is not your forte, especially if you are a deep-rooted Nigerian. They stole from you. They stole your future. Listen, there is nothing we are talking about today. The underdevelopment, the corruption, the killings, nothing when you talk today. The human rights abuses, jailing people anyhow. Nothing you are talking about today. There are people we're not talking about 40 years ago, 50 years ago. So don't think it's your generation that is trying to do anything new. No. It has never been without people who have felt like this is wrong. What they did was to kill them. And I'm talking to you right now where my own reach came from. I live in the UK. No big deal. But it became a bigger deal when I found that whatever we are facing, whatever you are facing right now in any part of Nigeria, yeah, believe me or not, if you should believe me, is man-made. It is not God. It is not devil. It is not village people. Whether you are unable to find a job, whether you are unable to, what do you call it? You have not been able to progress in life, as you call it, because what many of you call progress is when you can say, oh, I have money. That's what you call progress. And I call that poverty of the mind. If the only thing that makes you feel successful is how much money you have and how much money you have in the bank, how much houses you have, how many houses you have, how many cars you have, things that are material things, they call them poverty of the mind. And if you look at your leaders, if you look at your politicians, If you look at the majority of your pastors, if you look at the majority of your imams, if you look at the majority of your Oluwos, Babalawos, and the rest of them, they are poor in their mind. When I got to this country, that's when I realized that we don't actually need much if you are working, right? And then you are earning. There is always help somewhere. Even me, we no be British, we no be Scottish, we no be anything. We be Ijebu man. Yeah, I have access to so many supports that ordinarily I didn't leave my room, I didn't leave my house before those support landed where they should land and make me comfortable. Now imagine if I'm a citizen of their country, if I am British and the rest of that. Just imagine that. It doesn't mean that there are no poor people in the UK. There are poor people everywhere, but there are some level of comfortability that you deserve as a human being. You cannot be poor and still be begging to get good health care. You cannot be poor and still be suffering to raise your children. You cannot be poor and still be driving on a death trap road. You cannot be poor and be entering one chance buses that the policemen cannot save you. You can't be poor and still be traumatized by terrorists who are asking for your land or your life or your money or whatever they can take from you. This is too much for you. That is why your life expectancy in Nigeria is shortened. Until I got to the UK. That was when I realized that, oh boy, if I want to live fine, I can actually become an homeowner if I have a disposable income. There's something called disposable income. Something that after you pay all your bills, you know, come out, credit card, debit card, direct debit, house rent, this and that. Do you know whether they've collected everything? You will now see that, oh boy, I still have a spare £400. Then you say, hey, what should I do with it? Should I do giveaway? Oh, no, I'm not going to do giveaway. You know what? If my house rent is £700 and I have disposable income of £400, maybe I can talk to my bank. Nobody know me. Nobody care who I be. Maybe I can talk to my bank and say, hey, I've got this disposable income. Can you give me mortgage? They will run it. They will run your credit, run everything. They'll say, okay, can you take this or that? Like that, I'm homeowner. It's not that easy, okay? That's like you going extra. But with the little you have, you can live comfortably. You can live in a home, make it look so nice or otherwise as you want. You don't have to worry that I don't get money. What if I fall sick now? What if something happened to me? Hey, who am I going to call? Who should I call to come and pay my hospital bill? Once I don't have to worry about that. That is why I can possibly spare some money to buy myself few things. Well, I pay my tax anyway. But you pay taxes too in Nigeria, don't you? How have they taken all of that away from you? I'll tell you. Nigeria is very, very poor. You see those people who are flaunting money, billionaire this one just bought this, that one just did this. Ah, that guy is a billionaire, this and that, right? They are the people, right, who are managing the circle of that money. What they did is that they privatize Nigeria wealth. Okay? Now, privatizing it means you can only have a share that they want you to have when they want you to have it, or you remain with the others that they control to keep that, that circle. Nigeria is a poor country. Ordinarily, if the Yoruba land of 1957 was retained, if the Igbo land and eastern region of 1958 were retained, if the northern region were retained, right? You know what would have happened? I'll tell you. The Igbos will never have been in having any kind of issue or altercation with their own coastal Biafrans, the Niger Deltans, because they would have built enough bond that is so economically powerful, just like the Yorubas were doing our things at the time. I'll tell you about also. Igbos would have built their own ports. They would have built their own biggest cargo passenger airport, everything they wanted. They would have built whatever they wanted to build using their own resources, not controlled by anybody. Us in Yoruba land, oh man, Ogun State alone would have been the richest states in Yoruba land. And I am from Ijebu, which is called to be part of Ogun State. Waiting we no get. Our children are not supposed to be going to bed hungry. Our aged women and men, they are not supposed to be starving at old age. Our roads are never supposed to be, to be death traps. Our people are supposed to be prosperous. Ogun State alone. Oh man, maybe today, Maiyegun Badero, Omo Babadero. Maybe today you'll be calling me Prince of, because my papa is from Ijebu, my mama is from Odokolu. It is just like a stone throw, so to say. What does that tell you? I am not far from where the largest deposit of a liquid natural gas in the entire Africa is currently deposited. The place is called Waterside. The gas, liquid natural gas that is in that place will power all homes in Yoruba land. It will even give you extra. I'm not joking. It's there, untapped. Ogun State, hey, yeah. Well, we used to be the biggest grower and the biggest exporter of timber in the entire West Africa. That's another first, right? Ogun State, where you have our own limestone, Ewekoro, and so many other places that they are yet to even know, surrounded by rocks, limestone, precious stones, and all of that. Oh, do you want to talk about the gravels, the water, the rivers? We were so blessed. Oh man, then let's go to the main art of it, agriculture. Ogun State, if we actually invest in that, Jesus, Allah, trust me, we would never live poor. There is so much, but do you know why we're not using them? And do you know why the criminals would rather own them? Do you know why they would rather convert them to theirs by bringing up a faceless proxy criminal entity from abroad to come and take over them, exploit them, while their people suffer? Do you know why? Because Nigeria will let them do that. Yes, Nigeria will let them do that. Yorubas will never let them do that. You won't dig? Imagine China. They will say, who gave you that? We have people who can dig gold in Osun. We can just make Osun State, to call it Osun State. You can just make Osun the gold central bank of Yoruba land. Every gold, because Osun has the largest deposit of gold in the entire West Africa. Go dig. But the Chinese are digging them, but they're not beneficial to the people who are the locals there. The Yorubas have no say. And the politicians are only looking for what they call the bigger picture, something that is going to at least line their pockets. There are so many states that could have become so rich if the Nigeria is not fraudulent. Think about this. Nigeria is spending 3 trillion naira in 2022 on fuel subsidy because Nigeria couldn't build a refinery. Nigeria couldn't maintain a refinery, and now they are waiting on Dangote. Until then, they want to spend 3 trillion. $3 trillion to refine your crude oil. And yet, no single state in Yoruba land. Let me tell you this. Lagos State has oil deposit. They haven't tapped it. Ogun State has large deposit of crude oil. They haven't tapped it. Liquid natural gas. They haven't tapped it. Ondo State has large deposit of crude oil as well. They have been tapping that for the past 30 years. But when you look at the people who come from the communities where this oil have been tapped in Yoruba land, oh man, you will feel sorry for them. So it didn't benefit you. You can't build schools by praying. You can't build roads by praying. You can't have a good life by just wishing it. You don't roll a dice when it comes to something that affects the lives of millions. And you can't continue to do that again and again. Kewaru will in a different result. That is why I am calling on you. Think. I am not your enemy. I'm not somebody that you should. No, you see, somebody from any other part of Nigeria can say, I don't like you. You know what I mean? But you as a Yoruba man or a Yoruba woman, what I'm saying to you today is that if you sit down and you think it, whether you participate in the election or you don't participate, it is going to still be the same thing. But what Maiyegun just told us now, that our own identity as a Yoruba people, as well as our progress as a people, is kind of stunted simply because we are part of Nigeria. It is wrong to blame other people for what is happening to us without looking into those who encouraged it. The political class, the traditional days, everyone who parade themselves as a proud Yoruba and possibly proud Nigerian. Those who continue to tell you that Nigeria should remain one, you can't turn around and blame other people for whatever is going on without looking at them. Because there were those who believed that Yoruba is getting a good and great deal in Nigeria today. But if I ask you, are you getting a great deal as a Yoruba man in Nigeria today? Of course not. Now, you can have a control over your affair. That starts. The reason why you're not getting a great deal today is simply because you were dragged into a 1999 fraud. And that 1999 constitution, until it is dismantled, until it is completely burnt, and a new one where the Yorubas will clearly states if they want to still be part of Nigeria or not. Because under that condition, you can state it clearly that this is what we want. This is how it is going to be. If it is not like this, then count us out. The opportunity to say we actually have an input in this. We join this. If you don't expect anything to shock or surprise us. Nothing really surprises us these days. We have seen wars. When they talk about restructuring, by the way, one thing that people are saying is that, can they at least define the type of restructuring they are talking about? So we figured out that they are actually talking about breaking up of Nigeria. When you look at all the demands for the restructuring of Nigeria, saying, hey, stay off, hands off, okay? Let the Igbos control their affairs. Let the Niger Delta control their own affairs. Let the Yorubas control their affairs. When we say control your affairs, it simply means you can legislate on everything that is yours without having to be overruled or displaced by the higher authority, they call it. No higher authority should be higher than the authority of the people of Yoruba land. You get what I mean now? So when you say restructure to that way, you are asking Nigeria to break up. Some of us, they said, we are saying it too blunt. The reason why we're saying this is that there are so many things, so many factors to consider. The people primarily, yeah, and their own safety from harm's way and safety from poverty that these people continue to weaponize. These are actually legitimate demands, right? That the reasonable people from Yoruba land should be more interested in how are the resources of Yoruba land being depleted, then mismanaged by those who are the custodian of it, right? So if they are interested in that, there will be no time that any of them will be promoting any one of these rogues to continue to, to negotiate away the future of the Yoruba people. I mean, that should get everyone concerned, because you will not be able to do anything, nada, in Nigeria as it is arranged. If you like, elect, who is that again? Elect somebody from America to come and be your president, right? And don't ever buy the idea. That's another one. Don't join them or buy the idea that when somebody else gets there, they are going to do better. You as a Yoruba man, you are preparing yourself for a long thing. If you continue to join them to expect that election will change this, oh yeah, let's vote for a Yoruba man. Maiyegun, you are just trying to stop us from following Yoruba man. No. I'm trying to tell you what the consequences of all your actions will be, including your inaction as well. That's what I'm trying to say. I won't stop you from voting for your Yoruba man, Igbo president, Hausa president, Fulani president, whatever you want to, because you know I can't really stop you. I can't. But I can tell you the consequences of what your decision will be, because like they say, election get consequences. For every action, there is an expected opposite or a contrary reaction. I know of that. You see the northern Nigeria that is quiet now, and the people screaming, shouting, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that, are mainly from southern Nigeria. By the time they lure you into another fraudulent election and you validate that, and if you want to crown it, may them give you a Yoruba president, or may them give you an Igbo president, or may they give you any other thing they want to give you. Yeah, that is when you will know that Nigeria is not one again. It's never one. It will never be one. You see all the problems that they are burying today. All the school children disappearing. All the hundreds and hundreds of people being massacred every day all over the place. Yeah, that will continue. That is the country that they are telling you to validate election for, right? It will continue. When they continue, then the North will rise. The North will rise, and all of you will be wondering, where have these people been for the past 8 years? Is that what you want to deal with? Defending Yoruba president for another what? While you watch the bloodbath continue. What is Oloye Sunday Igboho's offense? If they ask you as a Yoruba man, one-on-one, what thing exactly Igboho do that they want his head? What exactly? He is not asking that he wants to be president of anywhere. He's not asking that he wants to, or he's not asking you to go and be the supporter of the president of this way. He was only asking us, rise, wake up. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá dìde. Hey, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ la etí yín. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ la ojú yín. Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ̀ yìí jó òṣèlú lọ. Àwọn olóṣèlú yóò kíá. Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí yín? Àwọn tó wà nínú mọ́tò dúdú tí wọ́n kọ́lọ́pàá síwájú, tó kọ́lọ́pàá sẹ́yìn, tó kó bọ́n dání gbágbágbá. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ rí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń face? Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ̀ yìí kọjá òṣèlú o. Ẹ defend ara yín o. Èwo nínú gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n parade ara wọn kó fẹ́ ṣe èyí tó fẹ́ ṣe president, èyí tó fẹ́ ṣe gbá, èyí tó fẹ́ ṣàwọn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, how many of them that came out to say what is going on in Yoruba land is unacceptable? I'm talking about people being displaced, people being attacked on their farms, people getting missing, kidnapped, ransom being paid in Yoruba land. None of them came out to make anything, but they will start making them out now, and you are going to fall for it. That doesn't mean that it's going to go away. How? So I'm not your enemy. Somehow, what is going on in Nigeria doesn't affect me directly. You may not like my face. You may not like the way I say it. But have you thought about it? Have you actually sat and thought about this and think about what I've said? Because, yeah, you always make your choices. I choose mine. One of mine is never, ever to join them in validating something that is put together to kill me. That's what Nigeria is. Nigeria is put together to kill me. Nigeria is put together to kill you. And when I say kill, I'm not always saying that it is physical. Many people are already walking corpses in Nigeria. Young people who are facing the severe life challenges. And when you say, what is that severe life challenges? They will say, Baba, I can't pay my rent. I can't afford to raise my kids. I can't afford to do this. I can't afford to do that. You are talking about money, economic power. That's what they stole from you. Now look at you. At 35, you have BP. What in hell? Is that medical? They say, no, it's not. This is because I've been thinking too much. Is that generic? No, it's not generic. It's because I have been thinking too much. Why have you been thinking? You are a young man. Have you been thinking of inventing something? No, Baba, I've been thinking of how to survive. This country is about to kill me. How many of you are living like that? That's what Nigeria does to you. It can always be better. See, somebody, you will be in Nigeria, right? When I came to the UK, they told me, all of you, these newcomers, UK, there's nothing in the UK anymore. All you have to do is just go back to Nigeria, come back, and go back again, just to disvirgin your passport. I don't know how many of you they've given such advice before, right? Me, where we say, now people contribute money to buy tickets for me. Because, you know, Nigeria, if you get visa, people will not greet you before. You know, those people, when they don't know you, say they see you like this. The way they will see you, they will feel like they should just help you. And they don't have much to help you too. But suddenly they hear that, what if you need visa? Visa UK. You know how it be now. Everybody will try to be nice because according to them, you are going there to go and do better. It's not because you are coming here to go and pick money on the floor, on the ground. No, it's because if you are not lazy, there will be opportunities there. Do what they do legitimately, and you will be fine. So everybody want to help. Everybody wanted to help me. So people put money together to buy my ticket. I won't forget that. That is why today I am not restricted in helping people. I just don't fancy announcing them anymore. You know, I used to do giveaway on social media. I stopped all of that. I would rather reach out privately, reach out to you. And Maiyegun, can I go online and thank you? Why? So that people can know that. You know what I mean? So I learned that because people contributed money. They said 125,000 naira. They contributed it. So who am I to now say I want to go back to Nigeria because I just bought Riverland shoes of 18 pounds, half price. Then I want to go to Nigeria to go and show it to them. Or because I just bought some set of £5 set of what do you call it, Primark t-shirt, white, so that I can look white, sneakers, nice jeans. I want to go to where? But the point I'm making is this. Look at how things can change. Somebody who left Nigeria and then within 5 years of living, Nigeria that has lived all his life with his family and all of that, within 5 years, they've kind of changed. They've kind of find a way that they can say, this is my path. I'm not saying it's the same everywhere. I'm not saying everybody that left Nigeria succeeded, though. But I can say this to you free of charge, that those who left Nigeria, I mean, for the better places, because not everywhere you go to, more than 80% of them succeeded. They even succeeded to the point that majority, some of them, they felt like going back to Nigeria, only for Nigeria to burn them the second time, and they ran back to where they are coming from. Opportunities that doesn't come to you simply because of where you are coming from, or opportunity that you never miss simply because you are coming from. You know what I mean? Things are there for you to tap. Do you want to get further education? Go for it. Do you want to get a further training in this field? Go for it. When you get to a place, the opportunities are there, not when you have to now use the opportunity or use what you have gained from there, and somebody will be like, who is your godfather? People want to live normal life. My friends just want to be fine. You get what I mean now? My friends just want to be fine. I mean, it got to a point whereby I actually put a few of them on a stipend monthly kind of a salary, sort of. Just because I just want to experiment what it feels like to have a regular income, right? I put few of them. I won't give you the number anyway, but I put few of them. I put them on this like salary, something above Nigeria minimum wage. And for almost 18 months, right, I saw these guys kind of meeting up. And you know, when I say meeting up their financial needs, right? I also saw them aspiring to want to do more. Something that makes them even better, you know, kind of, okay, I get this. I also get that. The Maiyegun gives me this. Now, with this and that, I can actually live a moderate life, pay my rent, pay my children's school fees, do this, do that, and still be a responsible person, while I also aspire to do more. And I realized that that's what the welfare system in the UK is all about. When those in authority are not too greedy to want to own the whole world, like your leaders in from Yoruba land and everywhere. It's a greed. They want to own the world. So I am not your enemy. I've never been one. I just want you to know that if you don't think, if you continue to choose side of your oppressors, if you continue to undermine the potential and the possibility of greatness of you being on your own as a people, if you continue to undermine that, the way they tricked your parents, the way they treat their own parents, your parents, they are tricking you right now. When they are done with you and you give up, they're going to continue with your children. And that is something that some of you, or why some of you, should take this Yoruba Nation campaign awareness. You should take it serious. That is your escape ticket. When Nigeria begin to crumble enough that people will now agree and say, let all of us come together. This country is, man, we've done everything. Now, you know what? Let's come together and discuss if we want to continue as one country or not. Let's discuss it. So that when that time comes, you will not be completely lost, because the Nigeria you see then, the Nigeria you see now, you will see no more. When we prepare your mind, why should we have Yoruba Nation? We already have states. We already have state governors. We have this. We should just hold them responsible. Just hold them responsible, okay? Because Nigeria is not going to break tomorrow. Nigeria is not going to break next week. And Nigeria is possibly not going to break next year yet. There will be a process. There will be events that will begin to give you the idea that, oh boy, everything on the collapse. Let's say this country, you know, if it lasts another 5 years. You know what I mean? So yeah, hold them responsible, because they are still going to be making all those decisions, right? But on the other hand, you must also be preparing your mind. Like, wake up in the morning and feel like, ah, man, if it is to say we have our own Yoruba Nation, this whole place will not be like this. So when you begin to imagine it, when I say imagine it, begin to think that what kind of Yoruba Nation, what kind of a republic I would like to be. Now, you are saying Nigeria is the worst place you want to actually replicate if you have any choice, Abi. You don't want to replicate that. Yeah? Now, wake up and be like, yeah, I want to see a Yoruba Nation whereby people have better houses, people have access to electricity, Agberos are not harassing people, police are now doing policing job, they are relating with people, no brutality, no nothing. When you imagine that, no, wait, politicians are now working for the people because we have to redefine what our type of politics should be and type of government we want. Because this time around, we had a say. We had a say. Before then, we didn't have any. Now I can walk in the middle of the night back home. There's light. That's the Yoruba nation I want to see. I want to see good roads, highways, standard, super highways in Yoruba land. I want to see fast trains. I want to see tall, what do you call it? High-rise building that house people and that gives them decent life. I want to see that. And then you begin to dislike this current arrangement called Nigeria. You begin to feel like, oh, well, that sounds good. I love that. Some said if you haven't witnessed this somewhere else, you probably can never imagine it. That's a lie. Do you want to imagine what Yoruba nation should be? Go on YouTube. Check development all over the world. Imagine them around you. Check on medical discoveries. Check on economic success. Check on, check on things. Imagine them. Politicians that you see today that make you feel like Yoruba nation is likely going to be worse. It's simply because of the trauma of what Nigeria has done to you. They call it PTSD. PTSD. What's the color? What's the full meaning again? Somebody should type it in the comments. Post-traumatic syndromes disorder. I don't know. PTSD of what Nigeria is doing to you. You want to imagine a place and say, because you see those places exist in the UK. If you see a soldier, oh man, you probably would want to be a soldier in the UK. You hardly see them. You hardly see them. Thank you, Jared. Don't help me. Post-traumatic syndrome disorder. PTSD. PTSD is when you see a soldier and you quickly behave, or you suddenly became nice. Officer, officer, sir, yes, sir. He didn't know you. Why are you acting up? That is PTSD, what Nigeria has done to you. You see police officer, they say, hey, okay, why you dey run? Okay, why you dey run? Say, Baba, that is the police. Okay? In Nigeria, yeah, the story goes thus. What did they call it? Rabbit. It was rabbit that was running. Cha, 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 cha. And other animals, when you race past one animal, they'll be like, what happened? You say, run, oh, run, oh. Nigeria police, run, oh. They were running, they were running. And they got to elephants. And the herd of animals are running. They say, elephant, what happened? Why are you all running? They say, it's Nigerian police. I say, but you don't have to run. All you have to do is just wait and explain whatever is going on. I say, well, the last person will go there, go do witness. Now 3 years in jail or now 10 years. Injustice. That you know that when you see police, imagine when you see police, it's so bad that they say if armed robbers are chasing you and you see police truck in the front with police checkpoints, don't run to them. Run back to the thieves and give them whatever they want. Because the Nigerian police can take everything from you, shoot you and kill you, and then the following morning, they will display your body as one of the thieves, one of the armed robbers that they encountered on Owode Onirin yesterday. They killed one of them. Others escaped with bullet wounds. Meanwhile, you are not a thief. That is Nigeria. So they exist where civil servants, soldiers, police, and the rest of them, they treat you as a human being until you commit a crime. And they will still treat you as a human being that committed the crime. They won't treat you like an animal, like Nigeria does. You can imagine it. I do imagine it. Somebody was asking me on my program last night, and he said, so Maiyegun, you have told us not that all these people are not, PDP is not good, APC is not good. So who do you now think should be the Nigerian president? I said, hello, come on. Why should I be interested in who becomes Nigeria president if Nigeria was to be a country? Nigeria is not a country. The reason why everybody wants to say, who is going to be the president? He must be a Yoruba man. He must be an Igbo man. He must be a Hausa. He must be not. He must be Christian. He must be blah, 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 blah. It's because whoever becomes president in Nigeria becomes a mini god. He doesn't have to know what our problems are in Ijebu, because according to him, Shebi Ijebu gets representative in Abuja. So he is never going to meet that Ijebu representative. No, what's it concern? The Ijebu representative, that one too, a product of godfatherism, vote buying and rigging. He doesn't give a damn about Ijebu people. So now, everybody now will now wait and say, okay, let's see if we see somebody, the president, he can just give us promises and say, I have awarded the road to Orimolusi, Ijebu Igbo, to this also place in Agowuyi. They say, hey, thank you, Mr. President. That's why everybody is interested in who become president. I don't give a damn. You should not give a damn about who become president of Nigeria or not, if Nigeria actually practices the true democracy, the true federal system, no, forget federal system, the true regional system that Nigeria actually signed up for. That was where nobody they go Abuja. No, when you go Abuja, go do it to Chris. We want to discuss Yoruba land. We discuss Yoruba land in Yoruba land. That is where we will slug it out. We don't want anybody saying those who support say hi, those who support say A, and Kwankwanso from somewhere or Obi from somewhere. Nobody should participate. Let the Yorubas deal with their problem. Same thing with everyone. That means we can deal with anybody that is not doing our bidding in Yoruba land, not states that has a military, Nigeria military, carrying guns, Nigeria police, Nigeria DSS, carrying guns, killer guns around them. I don't support that. That is why, since I don't have any, what do you call it, any means of saying, you know what, let's just go on and face them electorally, politically. I don't believe that the issue of our case is going to be political. I do believe that, and when I say political, it simply means that to get rid of those rogues who are doing this to us in Yoruba land, those who allow the rest of Nigeria to do this to us, right? They have been getting good deals for themselves. When you look at the chart, they will say Yoruba man president, Yoruba man vice president, this one president, that one this. Yoruba man, Yorubas have been very, very, you know, but what they are not telling you is that the Yorubas are not benefiting any of that. Our children are still going to dilapidated schools. Our women, our children, our aged, our sick, they still have no access to good health care anywhere, affordable health care. Yeah, our youth, our young people, they still have no clear-cut path to what they are or how they are going to be useful for the people of Europe, to themselves or to the people of Yoruba land. It is all Yoruba Ogiriwa, everybody acting as they want until everybody. So I choose to remind you that your election won't change anything. It won't. It will only validate and extend what Nigeria is doing to us. And we call on those who probably claim to love Yoruba land and love the people. There are better way to doing this. Start with that fraudulent constitution. Get rid of it. Campaign to get rid of it. And as I spoke to you now, my brothers and sisters, sorry for ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà àti bọ̀rọ̀ sunny day. Dédé ránṣẹ́ rẹ́ni àti ọ̀fọ̀ àìríṣẹ́ ṣe dédé development rẹ̀ yẹ kó wá rí Jẹ̀bú. Ráwọn oníyàn rẹ̀ jẹ́ fọ́ iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n rí fọ́ kí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ́ni, kán gbèjà ẹni, kán dúró rẹ́ni níbi dédé rẹ̀ jẹ́ fọ́ wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. We carry bọ̀ tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ṣó yẹ kí Yorùbá jókòó wáyé, àwọn ti Jẹ̀bú jókòó wáyé, right? Kò ṣe ọ̀fọ̀ṣọ́ tí mo jókòó wá láti yẹ ìjọ́wé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni màmá ní takoko tó bó ṣe takoko wé o ra àwọn ọmọ ẹni ríṣẹ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹni obìnrin wọ́n ríṣẹ́ ṣe rí kọ́ṣẹ́ èrìṣẹ́ gbà rèmi ṣòwò wọ́n rèrè ọjà jẹ ọkọ̀ dí ọ̀fọ̀kan gbèrè wáyé tí Nàìjíríà máa kùn ìdí ẹ̀rà ṣe sọ fún àǹfààní wà ní regérégé ní rẹ́gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́ àǹfààní wà ní lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ rèé sí ọ̀fọ̀ kí Yorùbá bá dá dúró wáyé káwọn Ìjẹ̀bú bá dá dúró wáyé kí dédé ẹni bá bọ́ra àsìkò rẹ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀fọ̀ kí wọ́n fọ́ onírọ̀kùnrin àwọn ọba ẹni máa ń sọ wọ́n kí sòbìyà kó rá dégbò olùkọ́ǹbẹ̀rà ké sí kí ìrànkàn kó rá bàjẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ pàlábẹ́ aṣọ́ra àbí àpàlábẹ́ wa ìyẹn rẹ̀ túmọ̀ sí ọ̀fọ̀ káàrírún rẹ̀ ṣe tìjẹ̀bú ìbòrò bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ṣíjẹ̀bú máa jókòó wáyé ká máa tébù ra wà fẹ́ kí dédé ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kan máa tébù ra ọ̀fẹ́ àwa ṣèdèrà àjọ gbọ́ ẹnì ṣe ti kẹta níbẹ̀ ẹnì ṣe ara lékejì níbẹ̀ kọ̀rọ̀ ẹni bá dùn ara ẹni tó kọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn wá dùn wá tó ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àti máa sọ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àti máa yanjú rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kó owó Nàìjíríà lónìí kẹ́kẹ́rẹ́ fọwọ́n ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ǹga àbí wọn ẹgbẹ́ gọ́tà àbí wọn ẹ̀kọ́ léèwòsàn àbí wọn ẹ̀kọ́ ògùn rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́rẹ́ fọwọ́n ẹ̀mí pẹ́rẹ́ Àbújá náà ti fọwọ́ sí dédé ọ́nìrè yẹ kó dúró rẹ́ni fọ àwọn Ìjẹ̀bú rèé a máa jẹ tànà a máa jẹ wọ́n kọ́ ń pè a máa jẹ iyọ̀ èṣì ọ̀ àgùntàn èṣì náà bẹ́ẹ̀ dédé wọn ṣọ́n fóun dí wọn lẹ́rú kan fóun dí wọn lẹ́rú àwọn rèé mí sán ìyà yẹn rí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ẹni rẹ̀ padà wá dágbèrò kan padà wá di ọmọ onímọ́tò ọmọ ọlọ́kadà àwọn ọmọ olùlé ọlọ́nà wọ́n padà wá di àwọn ọmọ alápàtà wọ́n padà wá dẹni jẹgungun ẹran so kí Yorùbá bá dá dúró káwọn ènìyàn ẹni dá dúró èdè ẹni ayéra ẹni àálè lórun rèé sí tẹnitẹni fi kóra ẹni gbéra ẹni lárugẹ Nàìjíríà rẹ̀ ń ríwèé àwọn olè jẹkutu jẹra àwọn olè alápá má ṣiṣẹ́ we call them opportunists ṣọ ọ̀bẹ́ni ń jorúkọ o kan ọ̀bẹ́ni ń jẹ́jẹ̀bú kan ọ̀bẹ́ni ń jẹ Yorùbá kẹ́ ẹ̀ wò ti fún tẹ̀dọ̀ wọn bọ́n ṣe máa ta ẹ̀ ní wọn kú tí mi ta ẹ̀ ní tipẹ́tipẹ́ kan ọba mi kéde Yorùbá nation Yorùbá nation Yorùbá nation ń ràn mí kéde rí fọ òmìnira 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 fọmọ Yorùbá òmìnira fọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú èdè ẹnu ẹni òun rí identity ẹni Nàìjíríà ti gbẹ̀yẹn kò ó ti fẹ́ sọrúgbó kó o dìde ṣó o má dọ̀tá wọn nídìí èyí ìwọ náà dìde wíìmí sọmọ àlè ní sọmọ àlè nẹni ìyẹn bí máa parí dédé náà sí náà rọ yìí so ẹ má bínú o mi ò ní interpret yẹn o. So to my friends watching, I just did my best to try and put this in my own adulterated Ijebu. It's not that conk, okay? Many of those Ijebu will be laughing at me now. Maiyegun struggling to speak Ijebu, but they did understand what I said. Everything I said, they probably got me. So I am saying it to you as a Yoruba man. I don't want to blame an Igbo man for my problem. I don't want to blame a Fulani man for my problem. I don't want to blame an Hausa man for my problem. Because if a Yoruba man did not allow that, if a Yoruba man who is perambulating everywhere as a Yoruba elder or Yoruba leaders, if they didn't allow what has happened to me and Yoruba land, the underdevelopment I've listed, if they didn't allow it, there is nobody that could do that to us in Yoruba land. That means it's on us to now choose. Do we want this to continue, or you just want to wait it out? It's up to you. Thank you very much. And I'm going to call it a night. So somebody actually gave me something, and I want to say thank you. I know many people have been greeting me for my birthday and the rest of that. You see this person, I don't know if she's watching. I'm going to say your name. She is a Cynthia, Lady or Madam Cynthia Folawewo. I don't know if I pronounced that man. So thank you very much. She reached out to me on my birthday. See that? That's what I got for my birthday. Right. So I hope you are watching this. So thank you very much, man. I got it, and I want to say God bless you. People gave me money. You won't believe it. People gave me money for my birthday. People were sending me money. Oh, it's so cool, right? So thank you very much for your time, and I am going to see you some other time. Today, Sunday sermon comes to an end. Share the video, invite your friends, tell them that Maiyegun don't drop out. And if you like it, share it. I'll see you later tonight.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré.